Welcome to the Sirens Log. I'm Siren, and this is Hal. Oh, and there's Bentley, our foster dog. After scouring shipyards and marinas and navigating what felt like a voyage of 1,000 clicks, we recently found a boat we could both agree on. We looked at some great boats, and we found some that were not so great. We chose a 1976 Tayana 37 that will still need a lot of work. We're motoring over 1,000 miles from Daytona Beach to Panama City, Florida, where we have all of the resources necessary to do the refit. We have to replace all of the rigging, move the chain plates, assess the original teak deck, and outfit the boat for long-term travel. It's been a masterpiece of misadventures so far. So hit that subscribe button and join us on this trip around the Sunshine State. Okay, so we're still an hour and 9 minutes away, and our ETA is 4:49 p.m. The warehouse closes at 4:30, and the office closes at 5. So we're going to arrive like 10 minutes before the office closes. So the question is, how heavy is this thing? Do we need like a forklift to get it in the truck? Which would then mean, do we need a forklift to get it out of the truck? Probably not. Can we muscle it up and just put this thing in the truck, or?
You can get it in the truck. Not worried about that.
But then, like, is it okay that we're arriving 10 minutes before the office closes?
Well, this far into it, it doesn't matter if it is or isn't. Billy's down for it.
Bad at choosing days for our shenanigans.
It's because it always revolves around
The weather
my
being bad.
schedule, which the only time I have off is when the weather's cold, rainy, windy.
Yeah. So all the things that we have to do are in the weather that...
In the bad weather.
Yeah.
It's very rare I have a day off this time of year that's not bad weather.
Look at all those tenders. We got the tender back, and we put it in a storage unit for the time being because the tender that we currently have, Bentley has scratched up pretty bad. So we don't want to pull out the new tender until we get chaps for it. So chaps are on order, and they are coming soon, and we can't use the new tender until they come. So that's going to be a little tough, but we have a new toy. We have a new toy, and I'm going to show you what it is. Let's go. This is the BLUETTI AC 200L, and it delivers a whopping 2,400 watts of clean energy. Now, you guys know that we have 250 watts of solar on the boat. We have a nice battery, and we charge our battery using the solar, and we run, you know, the fridge, and we power the laptop, we power the internet, we do all these things. But we still have to be very, very careful with power consumption on this boat because it does run out, and sometimes we have days that are a little cloudy and we don't make as much solar and the battery does go down, and you know, it's a little scary. The AC that we have on this boat is 16,000 BTUs, and we just aren't willing to run down the battery in the boat to run it. it just doesn't make sense. So we power small fans and things like that, but let's face it, it's really hot out here. It's Key West and it's the middle of summer, and sometimes there's no airflow. So here's what we figured out. This guy right here can charge from 0 to 80 in 45 minutes. So all we have to do is take this to shore and charge it whenever we want. It has a lifting mode up to 3,600 watts if needed. Now you can actually expand these up to 8 kilowatt hours using their expansion packs, and you can connect it to one of their solar systems. If you have an RV plug, you can use that too. There's many ways to plug into this device. You have DC, USB, and AC, and you have USB Type-C, you have your standard 12 volt. We have many different options here. If you just want to charge your things, that's easy. But we're trying to do something much bigger than that. So what I've figured out is that if I connect this to shore power, I can power the AC on this boat at 16,000 BTUs for 3.5 hours. That's right. Watch. And ladies, when your husband tells you that you can't bring the hairdryer on the boat, yes you can. Okay, here we go. That is ice cold air, my friends. Ice cold. Ooh. This is fantastic. I think I'm just gonna be sitting here for a few minutes. But okay, so right now, this thing is pulling less than 1,500 watts, which is pretty impressive, I guess, even for the AC unit. But at 1,500 watts, I can run this for 3 hours. It's pulling less than that, so I'm guessing about 3.5 hours. So if it's the middle of the night, when it's a little cooler anyway, I can run this for an hour before bed, close up the boat, and it's gonna keep the boat relatively cool. The point here is that 3.5 hours of runtime for this thing to run straight is quite a lot, and that's a heavy load at 16,000 BTUs, but I can do it and charge the unit in the daytime. So let's go look and see what the unit is pulling right now. Wow, okay, that is truly impressive right there. So if it can do this, think about what else it can do. It can run a small microwave, it can run your drill when you're doing work on the boat, it can run your hair dryer, it can run small appliances, your blender, you've got margaritas, now you've got sundowners on your boat and you can have people over at night. The possibilities are endless, and you don't have to drain the battery in your boat. This is your backup, it is your AC runner mathingamajiggy, it's anything and everything. If you're someone, especially who is off-grid in the woods or in your cabin that doesn't have electricity, you know, buy one of these and put the solar panels on it. Or, you know, throw it on your boat for a weekend getaway. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. It's so cool. So get yourself a BLUETTI. This one, again, is the AC200L, and I can tell you right now, I'm already impressed. I love it. I love the fact that I can pick this thing up, throw it in the back of my car, and take it wherever I want to go. BLUETTI is this week's sponsor, so if you're interested in one, just get down into our description and you'll find the link to it. And thanks, BLUETTI.
I'm gonna go clean the boat. You can start at the bow.
French braid.
I don't know what I'm doing. You're gonna get mad at me.
Wow, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You know how to braid.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You used to French braid my hair all the time.
I don't mean I knew what I was doing.
But you always did it.
I'm running out of hair.
What do you mean you're running out of hair?
It's all knotted up.
Oh.
Your hair's all knotted up.
I live on a boat.
Ponytail time it is. Where's a ponytail?
No, my hair can't be in a ponytail. It'll be in dreadlocks when we're done. Start from the bottom. Bottom!
Hush. You want me to do it?
Now Now grab like big chunks.
I never do it. I'm gonna do it horrible, so you never ask me again.
Take your time. Hell, it's the only way I can dive. Otherwise, I come back up with dreadlocks, and then we like have to use a bunch of water.
I'm just gonna shave it off while you're sleeping. We ain't gotta worry about it anymore. Yeah, well, the one guy commented your hair was 90% of your game, so done.
I'm sad that it's over. Do it again. Does it look good?
Yeah.
Good. There's that one 12 by 12 patch up there that's really, really stubborn up at the bow, but the rest of my side's done.
Well, good. You got me on mine. I've been upside down working on the keel.
You're out of air?
Yeah, 430 some pounds. I'm gonna start out with 2,200. So
why didn't you take this tank?
because it's yuck. I'm gonna go put
I didn't-
another tank on. Be right back. How much air do you have?
Plenty.
Good work, love.
I got barnacle butt. This is why I like to wear a wetsuit for this. Alright, you guys, there's one more thing that I want to do this week. But before I can do it, the hair, I can't do it. Where? Found it. We have a project. And I hope that it's a fast one. Truly do. It's basically everything in here. It's a pilot berth, which means that, you know, if you've got your radar going and you're in the middle of the ocean and you want to come run take a nap right here, then whatever. This is that, and that is not how we use it. That is probably not how we will ever use it, because traveling on this boat, we always have stuff. It's inevitable. There are things that we need on this boat just to be legal, and there's literally nowhere to put them. Like, if you are going to travel and eat and carry the right equipment and, you know, carry the things that make you comfortable, linens, anchors, and towels, and just the things that you need on this boat, you have to, you have to be very selective what you bring on the boat, which is a given, but B, sometimes you have to use space for things you don't really want to use space for. And for us, we got things in here, and there's nowhere else that they fit. So let me show you. This is what we're working with. Okay, so these boxes fell, but alright, so I try to organize a little better than this, but there are 2 of us on this boat and things don't always get put away properly. This is actually the cushion that goes down on the bunk, but I'm going to show you in just a second why that's there. And we have some things hanging here, and that is because we don't have a hanging locker anymore because there is a massive AC unit in our hanging locker. So if we have to hang things like wetsuits, like you want to hang your wetsuits, right? This is where they live, so nothing we can do about that. So let's get in here. This is an air pump. All of these green cushions are the ones that go in the cockpit. We don't leave them in the cockpit all the time because it rains, they'll get destroyed. Bentley will crawl across them constantly, they're gonna get destroyed. So if we aren't using them, we don't want to keep stepping on them because you're in and out of the boat and you step on them a lot. This whole section right here, I've got a whole compartment in here, it's quite big. That's all safety gear. We have a couple of life rafts, all of our flares, things like that. So that whole area, if anything were to go wrong, that's where I'd be going, right there. So, I'm gonna keep pulling out. Yeah, this should not be sitting there like that. And then we have a bunch more of the cushions. And it's one of those things, like, you don't want your cushions out there all the time, but where are you gonna put them? Okay, so now you can see where that cushion goes. And also, there's a piece of wood that goes here, and I don't know where the wood went. I guess it's under there somewhere. So this is where our battery lives, up in here, and we've got, you know, a lot of our system in here. But it keeps being used for storage. We have a really nice manual flush pump here. That would be great in case of an emergency, but I gotta be honest, in case of an emergency, how are we getting this out of here? We have Bentley's life jacket, which is actually quite bulky. Life jackets take up a lot of room. Even our life jackets are, okay, so our type 2 life jackets, which are required on this boat, are in the back of this. And that is because we will like never use them. We have type 5 life jackets in this compartment right here. And if we're underway at night or something like that, then we can pull these out and then we can use these. We have a throwable off the back, and it is a sling type throwable. It's not like a standard square type 4 with the handles. So if someone was to fall off the boat, we would throw that. If we were operating the boat at night, we would have these. There's not a great scenario where we really need those because we'll always have these accessible. I'm sure you could argue that, and I could argue that as well, but for now that's the theory, and there's really nowhere else to put them, so they're back in here. I do have a guitar in here, but I never play it because it's literally in here. Hal has freediving fins here, and like this is this winch that came on the boat. It literally just like ripped out of the deck one day. Like it wasn't through bolt, like there was no backing plate, there was nothing. It was just like just screwed in with like very, very little, and the whole thing just pulled out of the deck. I don't know who thought they were gonna lift something with nothing supporting it, but that's how that was. Those are our life jackets way back there in the corner, and this is the piece of wood right here that goes here. But right now the piece of wood, I see why I put it there, because this is leaving indentions in the vinyl, and I didn't want that. So I moved that wood there to protect the vinyl, and that is where I'm going to leave it. I feel like I'm about to fall through whatever I'm sitting on. Probably am. And this is really annoying, all this stuff hanging here, but I mean, what am I going to do? Bentley's life jacket needs to be, I wonder if it'll fit in our little safety compartment. because that sure would be handy. Yeah, I think it will. I'm going to try to get this cushion back on there where it goes. Now, the problem with this is that there's a battery switch down here that gets switched a lot. Now I have to figure out which cushions I want to put on deck. I'm going to pick a few that look decent because they all need to be cleaned at this point. I kid you not, like, we didn't have these on the boat a month. I have a bird flying away. Garrison's got ants in his pants. What's going on? You need a bath. You've got all these little food pieces sticking to you. You want to just be in here? Sometimes he just wants to be here. Like, I'll walk out there into his little spot and he'll just start flapping toward me. And then I'll put him down in my lap in here and he just hangs out and goes to sleep. Like, he just wants to be with you. It's really funny. But listen, I'm filming. I've got things I got going on here. I bought him these, if you know bird food, the logs that are stuck together with like honey. I know he can't eat that like all the time or very much of it, but he lays down, so he's like getting them in his feathers constantly. So I'm constantly like picking this like bird seed out of his feathers. It's really funny. But can you just go back out there for a few minutes? All right, here we go. So I think if I put maybe just 2 of these out there, that would be good. There are these other, like this kind of goes at the helm, but we don't use it. Hal brought this cooler and Hal sits on the cooler because you can see from the side and he doesn't like to sit on this, so we don't use this. And there's this one that is absolutely covered in dog hair. This is a nice one to have as like a little backrest out there, so I'm gonna throw this out there and maybe clean it up. It's a good one for travel. That leaves us with 4 more big cushions. Hold on though. I've got some boxes here for some things that I had to buy that you know how it is, like you buy something important and it's expensive and you don't know if it's gonna break, so you don't want to throw the box away yet. And then when you live on a sailboat, it's like a lot of times you do throw the box away and you're like, fingers crossed, and then you throw the box away, you cruise away, and then the thing doesn't work, and now you can't return it because you're not where you were and you don't have the box. I'm kind of wondering if they'll go in here. I think they'll probably fit up there on that shelf, but there should be a lot of room in here. Yeah, there's these guys, filters. We have a diaper in here, and is this a heater? Oh gosh. Yeah, we won't be needing that. Yeah, maybe we throw the diaper up top here because that's kind of one of those things you grab quickly, and then we'll put the boxes in here. Now I gotta put these in there, but I also have to be mindful that the guitar is quite long and I want it to be easy to pull out and just, you know, grab it and pull it out and use it. Like, I don't want it to just be shoved back there because I haven't been playing because I can't get to it conveniently, so I just don't. You know, I think, I'll go through that stuff later. I gotta put this guy somewhere. Right down here. Oh yeah. And the guitar. And now it's easy access. And the bilge pump. I'm gonna lay this stuff down. There's still a lot of room in here. By the way, don't buy these off Amazon. Whatever brand this is, don't buy this off Amazon. The first one I bought, this piece right here was broken when I got it, and the broken other piece wasn't even in the package. It didn't even break in the package. Like, they literally bagged it up and taped it shut with this whole piece broke off. They replaced it, and I got this one, and this little deal, yeah, the pin came out of that, so I got a zip tie on that. So this just stays like this now. And I bought it because it was like compact, so I don't want to replace things. I'd rather buy something really nice quality from the get-go. That's how I operate in everyday life, but also I think that's a great way to operate on a boat, is always buy the thing that's going to last the longest, the thing that's the better quality, the thing that has better warranty, even though in some parts of the world you're not, doesn't matter if you have a warranty, you've got no way to send it in, but it really helps when your things aren't breaking, because if you're sitting in Arkansas and this thing that you bought breaks, you're just going to get online and order another one. But sometimes when you're on a boat, you can't really do that. So, and we try to make sure that we buy things that we can fix, or that we know how to fix, or that you can buy parts for. These are all things that are very important to us living on the boat. This is looking a lot better. I'm happy with that. So, let me show you. This is much more organized compared to what it was. There's tons of room. I can still throw things there in the middle. I can get to these cushions. I can get to the guitar. I can access our emergency stash in here. And I can get to the cabinet down there. These cubbies. Yeah. Alright. The boat just feels so much cleaner when you just organize. And that didn't take very long. That took 10 minutes. That was nothing. So, I guess that's it until next week. Bye, guys.
Dum 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 dum